Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Mahogany Speaks. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button if you want to. So never mind my hair. I had to cut it because it started falling out. So I decided I'm just rocking my natural curls, get it to grow back. That's what's going on with my hair. But anyway, so I wanted to talk to y'all about Joe Budden. Earlier, I was watching the Joe Budden podcast. He brought up the Charlamagne situation with Kwame Brown, I think his name is. But anyway, Ish was talking to him about his own relationship with Charlamagne. And y'all remember I did the video about the silent war between Joe Budden and Charlamagne. Go check that out if you haven't already. They've been at war, been at odds way back, right? Well, what Ish was speaking about with Joe Budden today concerning his relationship with Charlamagne is he like, this dude has continuously tried to come after you, right? Because, well, right. Joe was speaking about it like he's continuously tried to come after me. He brought up the fact that he was like, plot to try and bring me down. He brought up Marissa going on Adams Jumper 22, I think his thing is, pod, and talking about him. And he was like, I don't think that they were in cahoots on like trying to take me down or make me look bad in this media cycle, but he was just acknowledging like it started with them. He like, then Rory and Ma, he's like, then I got a call from a lawyer about something that happened 3 months ago. And then another situation, and he brought up I think he mentioned someone named Ebony, but he brought up Olivia and stuff, which I told y'all in my last video that I believe Olivia Dope was sent by Biggs. I think that it was a situation of, with the Roy and Moore situation, I think Biggs, Jay-Z already didn't like him, but I think Biggs took offense to it. How he was doing his little brother, and he like, my brother ain't got the power to mess with you, but you ain't cool with him no more, and it's on bad terms. I'm about to put eyes on what you did. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at it like, I'm powerful enough to mess with you. Let me go and look at the stuff that you've done and what I can implicate you in, or how I can attack you through that. And I believe he chose the Olivia Dope situation. Like, okay, the setup is already there, the video is already there, the evidence is already there. Let me just shine a light on it by having Olivia shine a light on it. But anyway, so Joe was mentioning all this, and he was mentioning that Charlamagne, whether things are true about Joe or not, he's constantly reveling in being able to throw shots at Joe or try to tamper with Joe's career and stuff. So it's like, that's why I don't get why you still cool with him. Like, you had this dude in your living room. Now, Joe made the point, which I actually agree with. He said, I cannot like someone or not get along with someone, and we can work together. I'm going to do my job. I'm not about to let personal feelings or beef come in between business and where I'm taking my career. And Joe mentioned, like, Charlamagne, always go for attacks, and thinks he can take down my career. He was like, but he can't. So Joe is under the impression that Charlamagne cannot have an impact on his career, close doors for him, and stuff like that, one way or another. His whole thing was like, none of that matters. The fact that he's attempting to should be enough to not deal with him. And I also agree with that, because, hey, one of these times he might just be powerful enough. He might find the right trigger thing to get you out of here. But this is what I think is the reason why Joe would still be willing to work with Charlamagne, who he knows hates and despises him, jealous of him, don't want to see him win and stuff like that. What I was looking at, part of what I mentioned in one of the latest videos that I did, is Joe is not in a position to where people who didn't want to have to show him respect, didn't want to have to acknowledge him publicly, now have to. And I think for Joe, him doing the thing with Charlamagne wasn't necessarily naiveness, but more so as a checkmate. Like, I have risen and I have came. I'm here. I've conquered. We in the same room with each other. You know what I'm saying? Charlamagne couldn't look at it like, oh, I'm a vet in this media industry, and your rap career didn't do that great, and you basically nothing. Have no pull, have no power. So I think the whole reason why Joe was still willing to sit next to Charlamagne, knowing how this man feels about him and trying to attack him, is to say, like, look, despite everything that you're doing and how you feel about me, I'm still a contender. I'm still at the same tables in the same rooms you are, possibly even higher or bigger, right? And that could be part ego, but it's also part checkmate, and it's also part for all these people who looked down on me, I guess you can say. I finally have the proof is in the Kool-Aid now. I finally have the proof, the success to where you can't deny it. I knew I was great all along and that I had something to offer. Now y'all can't try and diminish it. You get what I'm saying? So I think it had to do with like a accumulation of all of that. Plus, who's to say that Joe, for his own self, like pulling back from out of the ego, is somewhat like wanting acceptance by them. Not just checkmate, not just it's to show you in your face you can't harm me, hurt me, and I'm still on the rest. But also, like, yeah, I'm in the same room now. Y'all notice me. Y'all want to do business with me. Y'all know I'm a hot ticket and wanting acceptance, approval, validation from them as well. But that's what I see, and I think that that's what it is. But so I see Joe Point, but I also see Ish Point as far as like, no, you can't try and kill me and then think that we about to chop it up all cool. But yeah, give me you guys thoughts. Do you think Joe Budden should give Charlamagne the energy that Charlamagne gives him? Or at least like, okay, Joe ain't jealous of Charlamagne. Joe is not trying to compete necessarily with Charlamagne. Like, it's not personal for Joe in a sense of trying to claw at a career and bring others down. It's personal in a sense for Joe of, in a sense of, you have constantly tried to attack and devalue me, and you can't get away with that. I'm here, I'm big, I came, I saw, I conquered. I think it's personal in that sense, but Joe isn't jealous of Charlamagne, unlike Charlamagne being jealous of Joe. Joe isn't threatened by Charlamagne, unlike Charlamagne feels threatened by Joe. Joe is not trying to compete with Charlamagne on a personal level, unlike Charlamagne trying to compete with Joe on a personal level. So that does make Charlamagne dangerous in a sense that, right, he's willing to do anything to try and put you down. And if he did have the power to end you, he would have done it now. He keeps trying to. He thinking each time going to be his chance to get you out of here. And for that fact, I agree with Ish. No, I wouldn't work with Charlamagne unless I absolutely had to. And the things that Joe has done with Charlamagne wasn't because he absolutely had to. Other than the sense of wanting to show and prove, to say, look, dude, I'm in this arena whether you like it or not. No matter what you're trying to do behind the scenes to take me down, you gotta look at me. You can't ignore my greatness and my success. That's all. Tell me what you guys think. Have a good night.